Sometimes you want to take the surface of your 3D prints to the next level. Whether you're printing a part where having good grip is really important, or maybe you want to hide some really obvious layer lines, or maybe you just want the print to look a little bit nicer. Fuzzy skin is a brilliant way to achieve these goals, and the good news is it's probably already built into the slicer you're using. So in this video we're going to dive deep into this feature, learn how to use it on all of your model or part of your model, and then lastly we're going to compare how the results may vary depending on the material you use. For our first demonstration, let's go ahead and apply fuzzy skin to all of the outer surfaces on a given model. So in Prusa Slicer, I'm going to go ahead and import a benchy that we can use to test this feature on. Once you've imported your model, on the top left side go into Print Settings, and towards the bottom you'll see a small section for Fuzzy Skin Settings. Leave the values as default and then change the setting from None to Outside Walls. Head back over to the plater, slice the model, and then you'll see how the outer walls now have that nice fuzzy texture. So if we take a look at one of the slices, we can see how fuzzy skin is actually able to generate that nice textured outer surface. As the nozzle goes around the outer layer, it creates this randomized pattern, and that's what gives it its texture. Now, as a consequence, the print time is a little bit higher than if you were to print without fuzzy skin, so you're going to have to see if this applies to the situation in hand. But if you have a look over here, you can see how it's generating that nice texture just over there. So now that we've got that applied to this benchy, let's go ahead and print it off and see what the result is like. Right guys, so here we are with our two printed benches side by side. So obviously this is the one with no fuzzy skin turned on, and this is with the fuzzy skin, and immediately you can see the difference if you put them side by side there. So the benchy with the fuzzy skin, it's quite a nice feel actually. It's nice and textured, and you really can't see any of the layer lines. So I wouldn't necessarily do this setting for something like a benchy, but it really does show how well the effect can be used. Now, if you want to apply fuzzy skin to the whole surface of something, it's really quite straightforward. But what about if you wanted to apply it to only parts of a model? Well, that's what we're going to check out next. Right guys, so here we are back in Prusa Slicer, and to demonstrate adding fuzzy skin onto certain parts of the model, I'm going to be using this really basic screwdriver handle I mocked up. And to help us do that, we're going to be using modifiers. So if you look at the model on this list here, right click, and you'll see here it says add modifiers. So basically what you want to do is put the modifier so that it covers the part of the model that you want to have fuzzy skin on. So what you're going to do is simply position the modifier so that it covers how much of the model you want to have fuzzy skin. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Right, so once you've got your modifiers positioned, you want to right click, add setting, fuzzy skin, and then select all these boxes. Once you do that, you'll see on the bottom right side you get the same settings that you get if you were to go into print settings. So similar to before, we're going to go onto outside walls. Going to do that for the other two rather. Lovely, that's all done, and now we're going to hit slice. There you are guys. So if you zoom in, you can see here's the smooth part of the model, and then you've got fuzzy skin on the handle and on this top part over here. And we're going to go ahead and get this printed off and see what the finished model looks like in real life. And here's the finished print, everybody, and I think it looks pretty cool. What I like about this is that this really shows how you can use this feature and have complete control. So you can have certain areas that are textured so you have more grip, for example, or you can just modify the aesthetic depending on what you have in mind. And using modifiers, you can basically just work this however you want. So I think this is really the best use case I can think of. But Let me know in the comments down below what you think. So now that we know how to apply fuzzy skin to all or part of the model, I want to do another experiment. I want to see if there's any difference in the results depending on which material you use. So we're going to be testing this with PETG, PLA and TPU. The exact same model, fuzzy skin, the only thing we're going to be changing is the material. Alright guys, so I've got the prints out in all three different materials, and at first glance everything's looking pretty good. So on the right side here is the PETG model, and this is PLA. And as you guys can see, it's all come out looking really nice. So we've got those textured surfaces here, and then the default surfaces, and everything is looking pretty good. So we had already tested it with PETG and we were confident that works. PLA also looks really good. So if you're considering doing this technique, give PLA a shout as well. I think that would look quite nice. Now the one that I was most doubtful of was actually TPU. I wasn't sure if it would pull off here, but again, if you have a look, so we've got some smooth surfaces here and the textured surfaces here, and the printer's pulled this off really well. So that means you can use fuzzy skin on all or part of the TPU print as well, and it'll come out looking great. So these are the three main materials I use, and it's just good to know that I can use this technique with any one of them. So I hope you guys found this video useful. Now hopefully you can go and try fuzzy skin on your own prints, and leave some comments down below letting me know how you got on. And before you leave, don't forget to check out this video where I make my very own subscriber counter for my YouTube channel. And last but not least, please don't forget to like, subscribe and leave some comments down below, and I'll see you guys next time.